Okay, so this is the second training Energizer for using IRBNET. The first Energizer was a new user registration and merging accounts with pre-existing accounts from other institutions. And this one is how to actually submit a package to the IRB, a project. So you will go and log in to IRBNET at www.irbnet.org. Right, and that would be from the first video, and you log in here. It's you put in your username and your password and then click login, and if you forgot, you'd click on forgot password. Okay. So start looking very familiar to you. The nice thing here with the IRBNet is if you haven't created a package yet or a first project, it brings you to your home page will be the help page, or say, hi, welcome, what would you like to do? So you can create a new project. So if you're ready, we create one right here. If you're working with other people on a project, you might want to consider checking and searching for the project. I'll show you how to do that in a moment before you start it, in case it's already started already. And if you want to update your user profile and add your trainings and credentials, you can do that here. If you're not sure, you can do the help here. If you know exactly what you want to do, skip and go to the next screen. Okay, so you're going to go to My Projects, which are over here. It has your name, Welcome to IRBNet, and Alan Parsons, Patty Eckhart, whoever it is, whoever you are, your username, which is your name, your given name. And you are going to want to access our forms and instructions. Okay, I'll show you our library. You'll get to our library. You can search to see if somebody on your team has already started your package. The PI should typically start the package, but if you have a project director and they're going to do it, they can start it as well. I'll talk about searching for tags. You can make your own tags for within your project. We will not be doing a lot of tags within the IRB. So for us, for searching, go by project name or PI's name. Okay. Okay, so once you're in your My Projects, you can create and manage tags. We talked about that briefly. You can put on a personal tag that only you see, or share them with others on your team with notes that you want, so only you or with others. The icons are pretty user-friendly and intuitive and used in most software packages. Even when you go to a kiosk at a big box store, this is the graphical user interface that they have on those. And you can create and manage and edit your project tags here. We do not use these on the IRB committee. Currently, we're not going to be using many of these at all. You'll be getting emails from us. If you want to archive a project that's not active, you can archive it by clicking this icon. Note, once you sign and submit to the IRB, we always have your projects. They're locked. We unlock for decisions and for uploads, but we keep them archived as part of our internal tracking for our record keeping and auditing purposes. Okay. So you go to My Projects, Create New Project. The tab is right underneath that. Click on Create New Project. Anything with an asterisk is mandatory. Our research institution will pop up. Molloy College, you would select that. Should be up there already and populated for you. And then type in your study name here. Researcher name here, and your degrees. Now you can put in keywords if you'd like for searching later. You do not have to put in the internal reference number unless you have an IRB number from a prior IRB number that you want to put in, but you don't have to put that in there. Okay, and then you're going to go to Designer. So we do not use the wizard. Okay, you are going to select a library, the Molloy's library. There's a drop-down menu for institution, and then a drop-down menu for our documents. So these are the same documents that you've been submitting all along, that you've been downloading and selecting from the web page. Same process, you're just using IRBNet. As we transition over to IRBNet, we're going to keep the files in both places. Please don't archive these on your own computer and use them semester after semester, because they do get updated to reflect changes. So always download new documents. You can, and then when it says downloading the documents that you need to fill out, same ones that you do now on the web page, when you're ready to upload, you can either drag and drop your documents in here, or you can attach a document, search and attach, and you link training records to your project here, or if someone left your project, you can unlink them as well. Okay, so I am going to show you our library so you can see what our files look like in IRBNet. Okay, so documents for researchers is your library, and it says, read me first. And the read me first walks through the same forms that we have on the web page. This is copy and pasted, exact same verbiage from the web page. You know nothing has changed that way. Same documents for our process, okay, with the same instructions, okay? So that's all here. And then it's the same forms here. And if you wanted to download a form, let's say I wanted to download the form for the full application, I would come over here. You can view it or download it. Once you click, there she comes. And there's my IRB application. Okay, so this should look familiar if you filled out the IRB application in the past year and a half. It's been updated and color-coded to help with cognitive chunking. So always download the newest form. All right. So you download the form that you need, okay, from the library. And when that's done, now you're ready to upload your documents with the package. You assemble your package here. And you can put link to credentials, unlink them. It's really neat. So that all happens here. Drag and drop for attach, or attach a document by clicking. And once you have multiple, let's say you have a consent, an assent, a protocol you want to upload, it all gets uploaded here. So multiple forms, you can just drag and drop them right in, and you'll see them getting added to the space, just like in Dropbox, just like in an email, and tells you how big the file is. If you have an incomplete item, let's say there's not a document type chosen, you'll see it here in red. You select over here what you want to do to finish it. It's a smart form. You just click on the little pencil and then you get edited. You can edit right in and, document type, sorry, it's a consent form. Okay. You need to link any required training credentials, of course, which is what we're going to have with our city training. There may be package notes if someone else had already put them here, or you're doing it too, someone on your team. So for information on uploading, managing, training, and credentials, you would go back to the new user registration Energizer, and I have a podcast up on that, a recorded podcast with screen as well. So that's on the same page, and you should have done that one before. You wouldn't really be able to get into IRBNET without having an account. Okay, and to link or unlink training credentials, they're here, and everyone who shared on this, members that you register for this protocol, we need credentials for everyone who's part of the protocol. Okay, so to give access to any team member who you want to collaborate with, you share your project. And how would you do that? Look, share your project. Just like sharing files on Dropbox, and you can give them full access, writing access, or reading access. So almost every project has a shared designation. Rarely is it just a team of one. So you'll want to share your project, okay? First with other members of your team, and then later it's going to be submitted to committee members, okay? You can also share with a principal investigator or another site if it's a multi-site project and they have IRBNet there. And you can transfer ownership of a project if you're leaving an institution or giving up as PI at a project as well. Okay, so if you want to share with a colleague at another institution, you would select the research institution, and once you find it, then you search for their name. Okay, and so once we found Francis Chandry, you get the permission of the access that you want with them, and it describes what they are, okay? And you should grant each user only the minimum level of access needed for them to get their work done on the project. Don't give everybody full access, because that gives duties without restrictions. You have to be careful and make sure people can get their work done, but give them the minimum level of what they need to perform their. You can always change it. You just want to make sure if you're the PI, you have control over your project. You are ultimately the one responsible for your project. Okay. You can send project mail to quickly communicate with your team as well. So over here is pretty much what you'll be going through within the project itself. You can go into the project designer. We just talked about sharing the project, send a project email about the project, and then we'll talk later about signing your package and submitting it, right, to the IRB itself. Okay. So here, you just click that you want to send project mail, see who you want to send the mail to. You would click them off here, write their names. These are the collaborators on the project, Francis, Enrico, and John. And then send the subject, required, and the message again, required. These are required fields, and then you can send the mail right through IRBNet. Okay, signing the package. Electronic signatures do become a permanent part of your electronic audit trail, meaning once you sign the package, you're signing and you're submitting. When you sign it, you're saying you're signed off on what's in here, right? It's just like when you electronically sign the document for the application, you're signing off on what's here, okay? And it's important that when you sign off, you realize that you're taking responsibility for what's been submitted in the package, okay? So you choose your project role from the drop-down menu and then sign according to our requirements, which are that you've read, you understand what you've read, and you're signing off on what's described are your duties and obligations in the protocol. So anyone shared with access to the project may sign the study, okay? And everyone listed on your study will sign the study. So, because if they're listed with a role in the study, they're somewhere in that package, in that application, and we need to know that they signed off. It's just like you don't give responsibilities at a meeting to somebody not at the table. It's the same thing, it's the same concept. If someone's listed on this package, we have to know that they're signing off on this package and they're accepting and yes, and yep, that's my role, that's what I'm doing. Okay. So once that's done, you're going to submit your package. So you're going to search for your organization, and we only have one board that pops up. It'll pop up Molloy College IRB. You'll highlight it, select it. That means select the board, just highlight it and click continue. That's our default board. Okay. And then you're going to put the submission type, new project. It's right there. It's from a drop down, whether it's a new project, an amendment. And you can put any comments that you want in here. Okay. And once you submit, like you can write, like you usually write it in an email. When you send your email, you're submitting your package, typically now. But moving forward with IRBNet, you can write in, hi, please see your package or what have you in here in your comments and hit submit. Done. Once you do that, your package is locked. Unlike with email now, where people will start emails, we've streamlined it where everything has to go to irb@molloy.edu and get CC'd to Gina and myself. This makes it so clean. Once you submit, it's locked. We can unlock your package for you if something's missing or you need something, but it helps with the audit trail. It's like sealing an envelope before you drop it in the mail. You know it's locked. Okay, so if you've forgotten to add any documents and need to make a quick change, you have to contact us and we can unlock your submission. Okay. If revisions are needed before your submission is reviewed, I may unlock your package for you, myself, or two of the other administrators, and then you can go right back to your My Projects homepage. So you'll see here when a package is unlocked, say it's unlocked, this package is locked. Here is the board action. This is an acknowledgement of a piece of a package that was submitted. And this most recent study, this new one that's unlocked, is pending review. Okay, so it has the project title as pending review. You open your project by clicking on the project title and you're right back into your project, that particular one. All your other projects don't show up. This is the home page listing. It's like seeing files in a folder, and once you click on it, it opens up that specific package. Okay, while it's unlocked from that designer page that we were working in before, designer over here, project designer, you can add or revise documents, okay? And before you do all this, then you're going to mark at the end, add new documents, see what's going on, and then you're going to mark revisions complete. You're going to click mark revisions complete, meaning you're done, okay? If you want to view a complete audit trail of your package, locking and unlocking, I can speak with you about that as well. You can reach out to me for that. Let's see if there's anything else I want to cover here. Once you mark revisions complete, you're relocking your package, okay? You can attach new documents before you lock it. Okay. So review decisions are available in real time from your project overview. So now we're out of project submission in Designer. If you wanted to view your project here and you want to look at the review details itself, this one is pending review. You can get your modifications letters through here, or see when it's scheduled to be reviewed. This is really for the decision primarily, and you can actually see the decision, whether it's mods, approved, acknowledged, deferred, disapproved. That's all in here. Here's the action, here's the details. Okay. So review details will give you the date of the agenda. IRB meets second Tuesday of each month. Packages have to be put in 14 days before that meeting to get on the agenda. It'll give you a status and effective and expiration dates, decision letters, stamped documents, right? Your consent has to be stamped, and all recruiting materials and any other board documents that go there. Follow it right here, and on this side here, look at reviews, and you can see the board documents and review information for all your packages here in the reviews. So if you have an ongoing project that's been going on for 4 or 5 years, you'll see all of the reviews for those 4 or 5 years here. Okay, so I can give you any more information you might want to know about complying with our policies and standards. They are all published on our intranet and all in compliance with the Code of Federal Regulations regarding human subjects research. And that really should have been helpful, I think, as far as what you need to know from this Energizer 2. Okay, so the second Energizer really dealt with how to get into a new submission, how to prepare your documents, download what you need, upload what you want to upload, sign off your package, submit your package, go back in if you missed something, and then how to watch and track any reviews and decisions that are made. All right, so very streamlined. It's a lovely package. IRBNET podcast. This video cast was about just under 17 minutes. So between the two, it's 30 minutes between Energizer 1 and 2 to be able to get started in your submissions. Have a great day.